Hi. Today, we are going to start our two-part exploration of the nostalgic and somewhat forgotten House of Granny. Today, we will explore every single ending, how to get them, what they look like, and every single game theme. If you wish to see the next part, where I'll explore the rooms, puzzles, and entities, and everything to know about them, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the bell to be notified when that video comes out. Before we begin, let me give you a quick synopsis. This game takes place in a house that isn't yours. This is Granny's house. Granny, who has trapped you in her house, will roam the house and try to find and knock you out, while you must find a way to escape the house. There are 3 total ways to escape, and each of them require specific items, that in most cases are hidden behind intricate puzzles. Now that you know the basis of the game, let us begin. First, before we start the endings, let's explore the game themes. These are mostly cosmetic options that you can change within the options menu after hitting start. There are 4 total game themes: Default, Halloween, Christmas, and Nightmare. While cool, almost none of them add actual gameplay differences to the game, only cosmetics. So, I will give you a quick explanation of each. Default is the base game theme, the way the game is meant to be seen, and is turned on by default. Halloween adds many Halloween-themed decorations to the house, most notable of which being spiderwebs around the house, a bluish hue over the walls and floor of the house, a purplish hue over the backyard, along with a cauldron and a dead rat item in front of the shed. And the shed itself is also glowing a greenish hue. This game theme adds 6 different entities to the house, 5 of which are exclusive to the Halloween game theme. I will explore all of these in the next part of this explanation. For now, just know that neither of them actually kill, or even hinder you. Christmas, much like Halloween, adds decorations and entities themed around it. There are many festive changes around the house in this game theme, most notable being, the yellowish hue over the house, the gingerbread house on the table of the kitchen, snow covering the backyard, 2 Christmas trees, one located in the room to the left of the staircase, the other located in the crow's room, and a sock hanging from the fireplace in the crow's room. Additionally, there are 3 Christmas gifts that can be found around the house, each containing different items. First, is a green wrapped small gift, found within the shed. Opening it will reward the green ornament, which, upon dropping will explode. Here, take a look. The second gift is found in the room to the left of the staircase, a large red wrapped gift. Opening it will contain a miniature Santa Claus, who will shortly animate and begin to move. We'll explore this entity in full in the next part. And lastly, is a red wrapped small gift, found beneath the Christmas tree in the crow's room. Unlike the first gift, this gift will contain a red ornament, which upon dropping, will ensue the following. The Nightmare game theme is the most straightforward. This game theme turns the whole house bloody and adds 1 entity. While that pretty much covers each game theme, keep in mind that each of them add entities to the house, and each of them alter the look of the pre-existing entities within the house, all of which we'll explore in the next part. But, without further ado, let us begin the ending segment of the video. The first ending is obtained by escaping through the front door of the house in practice mode. In practice mode, Granny isn't home, meaning you get complete free roam over the house. To escape in this method, you'll need to open the front door. The front door, in practice mode, will be locked with 5 mechanisms. First, is a black code lock padlock, securing a metallic sliding slab. To open this lock, you must use the padlock code, a yellow piece of paper with the word code written on it, on the lock to open it. Second, is another reddish padlock hanging from a metallic slab. To open it, you must find the padlock key, and use it on the lock. Third, is a wired activated system on the right side of the door. This system has 2 red lights. To remove this obstacle, you must turn both lights green. This is done by using the cutting pliers to snip 2 wires in the house. The first is right above the mechanism itself. The second, is located behind the lid of a fuse box in the basement. Fourth, is a wooden plank boarding up the bottom of the door. This wooden plank must be knocked off by using the hammer on each end of the plank. Once you've disabled all the mechanisms, there will only be 1 last obstacle in your way to escape. The front door itself is locked, and requires the master key to open. Do note, that this action can only be done after all the other mechanisms have been disabled. Once you escape, A cutscene will play of the open door, with Granny looking around at the bottom of the stairs, seemingly searching for the player. The camera will zoom out, and the following text will be displayed. Practice mode. Good job. You managed to escape from Granny's house. If you feel ready, try again. But this time, when Granny is home. Here is the full cutscene. Technically, escaping in this exact same method in other game themes grants a slightly different ending scene. Therefore I'll show you each ending scene and highlight the differences. Keep in mind, while the ending changes slightly, no actual change is done to the puzzles and overall gameplay, meaning the method to obtain each ending stays the same regardless of the game theme. If you escape through the door in practice mode in the Halloween game theme, you'll see Granny wearing her Halloween costume, a pumpkin at the bottom of the stairs, and the ghostly skeleton, an entity we'll talk about in length later, at the right side. Additionally, momentarily after the text appears on screen, a brief jump scare of a fake spider will trigger. Here is the full cutscene. Much like the Halloween game theme, during the Christmas game theme, you'll see a few festive changes to the ending. First, Granny will be wearing her Christmas costume. Second, the outside will be covered in snow, and beneath the text that appears at the end, a festive theme text reads, "Merry Christmas." Here is the ending in full. The Nightmare game theme adds the least amount of changes to the ending, only adding a layer of blood to the walls of the house, and slightly changing Granny's appearance. Here it is, in full length. Our next ending is the door ending. This ending is achievable by escaping through the door in any difficulty other than practice mode. In easy mode, it will be mostly the same, but the code-locked padlock will not be there. Meaning, you'll only have to get past 4 mechanisms instead of 5. The code-locked padlock gets added once again in normal mode. In hard mode, a new lock will be added. A horizontal metal bar, with a mechanism at the center. This lock can be lifted by finding the battery and placing it at the center mechanism. In extreme mode, a new mechanism is added to the top of the door, that will connect with a wire towards the backyard. To disable it, you must obtain the screwdriver, then go to the backyard. Then, on the wall next to the shed, there will be a metallic box with a screwed lid. Unscrewing the lid will reveal a switch. Flipping the switch will disable the lock. Doing so will reveal the same cutscene, but Granny will be standing at the doorway, looking around. When the camera pans out to reveal the end text, Granny will rush into the screen for another jump scare. Take a look. Escaping within the Halloween game theme will slightly change the ending. Take a look. Escaping through the Christmas game theme will also change the ending slightly, as explained before. Here is the full event. And lastly, here is the full ending, escaping through the door in any difficulty other than practice, in the nightmare game theme. Our next ending is the car escape and practice mode ending. As expected, you'll have to escape through the car located within the garage in the basement in practice mode. However, it won't just be that easy. The car itself is broken down, and the garage door is locked shut. To escape, you must repair the car. You'll have to retrieve a few items. First, you'll need the spark plug. That can be connected to the engine. Then, you'll need the engine part, that can be mounted on the engine. However, it won't just stay as it is. You'll have to also find the wrench to screw the engine part into the engine. You will also require the car battery, to place inside the hood. The car also doesn't have any fuel. To replenish the fuel, you must first find the car keys, and open the trunk of the car. There, you'll find a fuel tank. Then, you must find the gasoline can, and use it to refuel the car. Lastly, you'll have to open the garage door. The garage door is locked with a padlock. To open it, you'll need the padlock key. Once the lock is opened, you can slide the garage door open. Behind it, there will be a concrete wall. Now, you must get in the car whilst holding the car keys, turn the car on, and drive backwards, then forwards, thrice, to escape. Take a look. Escaping the exact same way in the Halloween game theme will only slightly change the ending. Take a look. Escaping through the car in the Christmas game theme will also only just change the ending slightly. Here is the full ending. And lastly, just like the others, escaping in this way in the nightmare game theme will change it ever so slightly. Take a look. Next, is the car escape ending. Much like the normal door ending, this ending is achieved by escaping through the car in any difficulty other than practice. Unlike the door ending, however, this route will not feature any more mechanisms that need to be overcome. The car will always require the same amount of things, no matter the difficulty. Here is the full ending. Escaping through this route in the Halloween game theme will grant the following changes. Escaping through the car in the Christmas game theme will slightly change the ending. Take a look. And escaping through the nightmare game theme will similarly only just change the ending. Take a look. Next, is escaping through the sewers in practice mode. You see, there is a hatch found within the living room, between the couch and TV. This hatch is locked, and will require the spider key. To obtain this key, you must find the book within the house. Go to the second room upstairs, flip the switch behind the painting, which will move the bookcase. Behind it, you will see Slendrina's mother. If you wish to learn all about her, click subscribe, because soon enough, a video discussing every single entity will be released. Anyways, leaving the room and coming back, will enact Slendrina's mother to start crawling towards the door. She will crawl for a bit, before slumping to the ground and spitting out the spider key. Grab the key and open the hatch. You can now drop down into the space beneath, drop even lower into the tunnels. Continuing along this tunnel will lead you to the main tunnel system. Here, is the overall map of the tunnel system. You will drop down here. There are a few points of interest here, but we will explore those in another video. For now, this section is our focus. If you go here, you will see a closed heavy tunnel. To open the doors of it, you will need 3 items. First, you'll need the chain cutters. You can use them to snap the chain at the bottom of the door. Second, you'll need a wooden stick. Using that, you can turn the mechanism on the right side of the door. And lastly, you'll need the rusted key to open the lock located at the top of the door. Afterwards, you can open the doors and escape. Take a look. Escaping in this exact way in the Halloween game theme will grant the following ending. Escaping through the Christmas game theme will also change the ending slightly, as explained before. Here is the full event. And escaping in this exact way in Nightmare game theme will grant the following ending. Next up, is escaping through the sewers in any difficulty other than practice. The gameplay remains largely the same, and no extra mechanisms are added. However, do be careful that in any difficulty above practice, a new threat is added inside the sewers. Slendrina's mother will now roam the tunnels. I will explore this entity in length in another video, but for now, just now that she just roams the tunnels at random, if she sees you she will give chase. However, she is not sensitive to sound. Should you manage to escape despite her, you'll be greeted with the following ending. Escaping in this exact same way in the Halloween game theme will grant you the following ending. escaping in this exact same way in the Christmas game theme, will grant you the following ending. Lastly, escaping in this exact same way in the nightmare game theme, will grant you the following ending. Now, before we move on to the bad endings, there are 8 secret endings that you can achieve. To obtain them, you must escape through the door, but, before escaping, you must go into the weapon room, into the closet, and click this button. This will open a fake wall. Through it, you'll notice a teddy bear. Then, you must find the hammer within the house, and break the boards on the 3rd floor. This will lead you to a room with a crib in it. Grab the teddy bear and bring it here, then drop it into the crib. You'll then see the following event. That entity is Slendrina. We will explore her in length in another video. If you escape through the door in practice mode after doing the aforementioned things, you'll see the following ending. Doing the exact same thing in the Halloween game theme will grant a similar ending. Take a look. Escaping in this exact same way in the Christmas game theme will grant you the following ending. Finally, doing the same thing in the nightmare game theme will reward you with the following ending. The second set of 4 secret endings are achieved the same exact way, only, you must escape in any difficulty other than peaceful. Doing so, will greet you with the following ending. Doing that within the Halloween game theme will slightly change the ending. Take a look. Doing so in the Christmas game theme will also alter the ending. Take a look. Lastly, doing so in the nightmare game theme will grant you another ending. Here is the full event. Now, it is time to talk about the bad endings. You see, within the house, you only have 5 days to escape, 6 if the picture in the basement is assembled. Each time you quote-unquote, die, in this game, a day passes. If all days pass and you fail to escape, a bad ending will play, and you will see a game over screen. Should you die in practice and fail to escape in practice, only a game over screen will display. Take a look. First, is the basement bad ending. During this, Granny will throw you down the stairs. After a moment, she will proceed to eat the player. Take a look. The Halloween game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. The Christmas game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. Lastly, the nightmare game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. Next, is the car bad ending. During this ending, the player is strapped to the garage sliding door, then, Granny will drive the car into the player. Take a look. The Halloween game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. The Christmas game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. Lastly, the nightmare game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. Next, is the guillotine bad ending. During this ending, the player is placed in the guillotine in the backyard, then, Granny pulls the lever and chops the player's head off. Take a look. The Halloween game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. The Christmas game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. Lastly, the nightmare game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. Last, is dropped through the unstable flooring ending. During this ending, the player wakes in the third floor, then, Granny will slap the player through the unstable floor straight into a bear trap. Take a look. The Halloween game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. The Christmas game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. Lastly, the nightmare game theme will slightly alter the ending. Take a look. And so, that brings our exploration into Granny's house into a finish. However, the archives of Granny's house remains expansive. There is much more to be explored, and if you wish to be notified when I dive into the rest of this archive, subscribe, and hit the bell. If you want to watch the exploration of the archives of Five Nights at Treasure Island: The Abandoned Enigma, click the video on the left. And if you wish to see more endings explained, click the playlist on the right. And remember, sometimes, those who look and sound the most innocent, are the most inhuman.